August 22nd, stroke 23rd, 2018. And why did nobody see it coming? Two absolutely huge news announcements that nobody knew anything about came in the last 48 hours. I'll be giving my opinions after this short intro. So what an absolute unbelievable 48 hours. First off, Nikon announced a mirrorless camera. Not just one, two mirrorless cameras. Nobody knew they was coming, nobody knew anything about it, nothing was leaked. It was such a shock and surprise to everybody. And we thought, Nikon are going to be innovative here, they're going to bring something new to the market because, let's be honest, the last time Nikon did anything new, I think the camera was used in the photographing of the assassination of Kennedy in the 60s. They've done nothing new since then, nothing innovative. So this was their chance to bat the ball right out of the stadium. And what did they do? They copied the Sony a7 III. Not only that, they copied the Sony a7R III and did nothing new and innovative. They didn't even put a flippy out screen on it, which everybody is shouting out for. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the flippy out screen. I don't really think that they're needed. It helps if you're vlogging, yeah, but there's ways around that. I think if you've got the camera lens pointing at you and you're looking in the lens, you're pretty much there. You don't need the flippy out screen. So not a revelation to me. I'm not that bothered about it. What I am bothered about is I recently, in the earlier part of this year, switched from Canon to Sony. I've always been a Canon shooter and I've always loved their products. They've always been really good. But over the last 5 or 6 years, they've not really done anything new. Where Sony have really stepped up to the plate and been really innovative in what they've been doing with their cameras. They're bringing a camera out, it seems like every 6 months, something new, something fresh. And this was Nikon's chance to do that. And they totally dropped the ball. And it's really quite disappointing, especially for those people who are fans of Nikon. Now I expect people will go out in their droves and buy this camera because it's a Nikon. And that's just one of them things. But is it going to stop me using my Sony? Am I going to debate switching to Nikon? Not in this lifetime. I have no interest in it whatsoever. But more importantly, and more refreshing, is the news from DJI. So I've literally just finished watching the DJI See the Bigger Picture event, and to say impressed is an understatement really. A few of the highlights. As we all knew from the leaks, there was going to be two versions of the Mavic 2, the Zoom and the Pro. And they've delivered with that, there is the two. The Mavic Pro 2 is going to have a Hasselblad camera. Again, we all kind of knew that from the leaks that had happened. But what is interesting is the aperture on the camera, f2.8 to 11. That's groundbreaking stuff within a drone as far as I'm concerned. Really looking forward to that. 10-bit D-Log video. Really interesting. That's really useful for you. The zoom's going to have a 24 to 48mm optical zoom, and it's going to be capable of doing super 48 megapixel stitch images. Kind of, I imagine it's like a panorama where it'll stitch everything together so you get a really good quality image. So that's another interesting thing. Both going to have 100 megabytes per second data transfer, which is far better than the Mavic at the moment. Same as the DJI Mavic Air, that's 100 megabytes. The Zoom is going to have 13 stops of dynamic range, and the Pro 2 is going to have 14 stops. Again, that's really good for us. That's really interesting stuff. New mode, hyperlapse, and this is sort of a game changer for me. A lot of people try to emulate a hyperlapse using a drone. It's not the easiest thing to do. So DJI are making it an easier thing for you, and that's really, really good. There's 4 modes. There's the free mode, circle, course lock, and waypoint. So good stuff, DJI. I'm really interested in that. You can also save your flight plans. That's ideal for if you want to do a time lapse from day to night. You can do part of it in the day, then do the same flight plan at night and sort of merge everything together to get a day to night. Good stuff. The There's a new quick shot for the zoom, and that's going to be to emulate the vertigo effect, or the dolly zoom. A lot of people try to do that in post. You can do quite a good job in post, but DJI are now taking it to the next level and allowing you to do it within the drone. Only in the zoom though, I think. I don't think the Pro 2 would be capable of that. So that's good as well. Active track in a 3D space. Now this sort of takes 3 seconds sort of how you're going to move. It sort of predicts your movement 3 seconds in advance to follow you a little bit better. 31-minute flight time and 44 mph top speed. Really good stuff again. OcuSync 2.0, and this one is a big interest for me because I'm always forgetting to put my SD card in my drone. 8 GB of onboard storage. I generally set my drone off and then realise 2 minutes into the flight there's no SD card. I have to bring it back and put the SD card in. So onboard storage is something that really appeals to me. 10 optical sensors, the usual it had, plus an upward sensor. So if you're taking off and you've got like a tree canopy, it should be able to sense the tree branches above you. Good stuff again. Enhanced APAS. This is something that's come from the Mavic Air, but it's advanced in the Mavic series. And there's also a downward LED light to help when you're landing the craft in low light situations. Again, that's another handy thing. So overall, I'm really impressed with this offering from DJI for the Mavic 2. A little better than I expected. The price point for the Hasselblad equipped Pro 2, we're looking at $12.99, and for the zoom, we're looking at $1,099. And I'm really quite surprised with that. I thought it would be quite a bit dearer. I thought we'd be looking at 14 for the zoom and 15, maybe 16 for the Hasselblad Pro 2. So thumbs up there on the price point from me. Really impressed with that. And as we talked about earlier in this video, we was looking at Nikon and how they failed to push the boundaries with the mirrorless camera. You need to take a leaf out of DJI's book here, because they've pushed it, they've gone further than even I was expecting, and I'm really impressed with them. Really disappointed with the Nikon offering, which I heard about this morning. But a big thumbs up from DJI. I'm really impressed. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please smash that like button with a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. And also, if you don't already, why don't you consider subscribing to this channel? Hit that notification bell and you'll know when I upload new content. And hopefully, I'll see you very soon. And I apologise from the cough. I'm not really very well at the moment, but that's another story. Okay, I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.